सदगुरु भगवान की जय। स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरुपदम् मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुः कृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। It is the stanza 22 of chapter 4. यदच्छालाभसन्तुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समासिद्धावसिद्धो च कृत्वापि न निबन्धते। यदच्छालाभसन्तुष्टः द्वन्द्वातीतः विमत्सरः समासिद्धो असिद्धो च कृत्वा अपि न निबन्धते। It means yadachalaಭಸಂತುಷ್ಟ means those person they are satisfied in this their life. They got anything, they do not pleased. They lost anything, they do not be sad. They just living in the willing of the God. They are total satisfied in every condition. Unconditional love for God they have. Dvandatita, it means there is no contradiction in the life. They are not contradictory life. They have no happiness, no unhappiness. They living in between of happiness and unhappiness. They between in center of any contradictions. Vimatsaraha, they never jealous to anyone. Sama, it means they live in the equilibrium. Siddho asiddho. Siddho means if they success, they do not jump. If they unsuccess, they do not like the lost face. Chakra means and kritva means doing. Api means bhi. No means no. Nibandhate, it means nibandhate, it means they do not bind with anything. The meaning of this stanza is those persons, they are Nishkam yogi, they satisfy with them day-to-day life. If anything they got, they take. If they are good for them. If anything they do not got, they do not weep or they don't feel sorrow for anything. And they are fully satisfied every moment. And they have no any jealousy with anyone. They have no any desire of anything. They never jump in the joy. They never sit as a sad man in the sorrows. They are living the equilibrium in the sorrow and in the joy, in the pain or in the happiness. So they are all out from contradictions of the life, and they have no jealousy with anyone, nothing jealousy. So they are equal in the success or unsuccess. So they are working in this world. Lord Krishna says they are not bound by any working, any karmas. Sadguru Satchidananda, Paramatma, the infinite galaxies laying on the Paramatma's body. Paramatma is so broad, unlimitedly. He is the base of the universes. He is the base of galaxies. He is the main cause of all the living and unliving creatures. So he is the only and only master of the all galaxies. We are saying to other person, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. That is wrong. No person can be Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak, it means only one person. No, that is not person. I am sorry. The God is not person. So, he is a not person, not personality. The God is the existence existing everywhere in the galaxies. So, when he is the basic platform or the base of all living and non-living creatures, so he is almighty, he can come in any form. So he come in the form of Lord Krishna and teaching to the Arjuna, helping to the Arjuna to knowing the God existence and helping to the Arjuna become a free soul, never born and never die. That is the total liberate soul. That is the jnana. Only and only this jnana is in this Indian religious mythology, religious path of the meditation. Nobody can teach you this jnana. So, some persons say that India is the Vishwaguru master of this world. It is okay because the India is the soul of the world. India is the soul of the world. So the Krishna saying this stanza to his disciple Arjuna. Krishna saying yadichha lava santushtaha. A person who is standing in the supreme knowledge of enlightenment, Atma Sakshatkara. What is his characteristics? The past stanzas are describing these characteristics of that person who is standing in the supreme knowledge, Atma Sakshatkara. So, the characteristics is yadichha lava santushtaha. He is 100% satisfied person. He is never desire to anything. He satisfied as he got in life, he satisfied with his easily mating things. As the Ramayana says, Yatha lava santosha. Gita says, Yadisha lava santushta. The same thing Ramayana says. In the 9 Navada Bhakti, Ram teaches to the Shabri his lover, divine lover. The divine lover is called Bhaktas. So, The Krishna says to Arjuna, though that person nothing desire in his heart, in his mind. If we see by this scale a Jnani, you see the Jnani all time seeing a satisfied person. Because Jnani always make his living on the mercy of God. God sent him food, shelter, cloth, everything. So Jnani live in the ayachit vritti. It means if he got something, he will be take it. If he not got anything, he will not desire. But Jnani is super intellectual person also. If you put unwanted thing in front of Jnani, Jnani will not accept. Even the bad food, even anything, Jnani will not accept. Jnani only accept that thing. Those are helpful for his journey of divine life. So, the words in our holy books, they have the different meaning. The people, they are blind. They show us in the different meanings because they have no enlightenment. They have no Atma Sakshatkara. They are only the book reader. They are only the literary person. They are not enlightened person. So, sometimes, somewhere, when you read the book, your mind can be doubtful, your mind can be disturbed and go in the wrong direction, because these are all books written by the intellectual persons, not Jnanis. So this sloka, the first stanza and first phrase of this sloka says, Yadicha lava santushta. Because the Jnanis stand in the whole universal soul, God. The whole universal soul is not dividable. Your soul and my soul and Krishna's soul and soul of the Ram is the same soul. Because you are living in the dark, you are living in the blindness, so you think that you are separate person. When in the ocean, if we want to divide the ocean, you cannot divide the ocean, because ocean is one. And you cannot stop the barter of Australia coming in India and India's barter going in America. You cannot control them, because the all drops of barters, they can move here and there. So we are in this universe. We are only one soul, and we are only one love and one light. Only the fools divide. As the child divide any pond or any lake, the child stand in the lake shore and they divide their barter by their fingers. So the religious persons, they are dividing, but God is not dividable. That is soul is called Sarvatma in the Gita. So a Jnani or enlightened, super enlightened person, he just stand in this universal soul. So there is only one person. There is not two. How can he jealous? If there is two person, the person can be jealous. But there is only one person. How can the Jnani jealous? So the second phrase of this stanza is, the Jnani never jealous to anyone, because Jnani knows everyone is his soul. So, the dual mind has gone, the dual personality has gone, only one and one God stand in the mind of Jnani, and that is called, in a bhajan we sing, रहा एक मैं ही मैं भरपूर अविद्या कहाँ से आई है. I am only and only in this universe. Illusion never stand in front of me. So, the Jnani, the Lord Krishna is saying in this stanza, the synonym Karma Yogi, Nishkam Karma Yogi, he has no any illusion of Maya, that is called avidya. He has no avidya, and he has, when he has no avidya, he has nothing bad character of avidya. The bad character of avidya is jealousy, cruelty, misunderstanding, blindness, many bad character of avidya. So Jnani separate from all avidya and all his bad characters. So it may be possible, only one possibility is that your mind is living in the dark and your mind is living in the illusion. So you can impose your feelings, your ideas, your misunderstanding on the Jnani. So, in the Ramayana, Bharat saying about the Rama, Bharat saying, I am the servant of the Rama, I am the slave of the Rama, I am surrender in the feet of the Rama. It may be possible that any wrong thing may be in me, but it cannot may be in the Rama. So, listen carefully. It may be possible that disciple is in mistake. It may be possible that disciple has any illusion. It may be possible that disciple has monkey mind. It may be possible that disciple has any bad things. He is imposing in the master. Master has nothing like this. Master has nothing like this. Master is a pure personality. Only your impurity sing in the master, because master like a mirror, and you can see your face in the mirror as your face, as you can see. If a person is thief, he can feel other person will be thief, must be thief, and he will be careful. If a person is clever, he think all person is clever. If a person is lover, he think, oh, all person may be lover. If a person may be suspicious, he think that other person may be suspicious. So, your psychology, your presence, your personality, your evil, your darkness, your blindness, you can see in the master. But master is not like that. So, the Lord Krishna says in this stanza, Lord Krishna says in this stanza, there is no any dvanda. They are dvanda tito. Dvanda tito bimasara. The master or the enlightened person has no the dualness. There is no raga, no dvesha, no worldly love, no worldly hate. He is total divine. There is the pure love, but there is no hate. So, all the dvandas, harsha, it means the joy, and the shoka, it means the sorrow. The love and hate, it means many harsha shoka, the many type of harsha shoka, the paucity and the paucity and the addiction and the attention and the favoritism, there is no in the master. No dvanda. It means that I say the word for the dvanda in the very beginning, contradiction. There is no contradictory feeling in the master. That is the meaning of this phrase of a stranger. So, we sing about the Sadguru, Dvandatitam, Trigun Rahitam, Sadgurun Tam Namami. We say in the Guru Gita, Sukh Dukh Dvando Se Pare Nitya Bimal Bhagwan. It means they are beyond all the contradiction of this world. And now the next phrase, the master says that Siddhi and Asiddhi, it means the equilibrium stage in the master. They are not affected by the success of any work in the life. They do not defected by the unsuccess of any work in the life. They are live like cool and calm in every condition. They never jump in the joy. They never thumb in the unsuccess. They never idle. They never sorrowful face in unsuccess. So the success and unsuccess cannot disturb the internal condition of the master, internal position of the master, of the jnani, of the enlightened person. When I say the master, you can understand that I am saying about the jnani. When I say the Atma Sakshatkara, you can understand that I am saying the equal person of the master. Maybe he is not master, or maybe he is master, because the master and enlightened person is only one difference. Master can express, master can teach, master can transform it, master can do the service of God, and that person is very silent lover of the God, and another person. So, there is the contradiction and the jealousy and the unsatisfaction. These are character of your antakarna. These are the character of your mind, intellect, ego and chitta. These are not character of the soul. These are not character of the existence. These are not character of jnana. So, the Lord Krishna says, no any karma, no any function, no any act can bound the jnani. No any action, no any karma, no any function can make the blind the jnani. Jnani is enlightened, jnani is open eyes person, and he never be fooled by anything. So, I want to give you an example. You cannot bound the space. You cannot bound the atmosphere. You cannot bound the ether. You cannot bound the place between moon and earth. You cannot do this, because even they are element in our mythology. Hindu mythology says there is a 5 element. But chemistry says there is 200 and something elements. But our Rishi and Munis, they say only the five element. The five element is the group of element. First is the earth, second is the air, third is the fire, fourth is the water, and fifth is the sky. So you cannot even bound the water. The water is raining from the clouds in the rain. You cannot stop the raining. You cannot stop the. You cannot bound the drops are coming from the sky. You cannot bound the sky also. If you do not can bound these elements, they are mortal elements, they are material elements. How can you bound the Atma? Atma is very, very keen and very, very micro and very, very powerful from all these. So, if you cannot bound these tattvas, how can you bound the tattvati beyond the tattvas? I want to repeat. This is the message of the Almighty coming through Gita. When a person living in the ultimate truth, the Param Tattva, his desires disappears and his divine ability of super intellectuality, beyond of intellect, that called pragya and viveka, they are appear. So he do all the work in the helping of his enlightened stage. He do not do any work opposite his enlightenment. He is desireless, but he take the appropriate material for his daily need or day-to-day life. He is satisfied and saturated person. It cannot be understood by the blind persons who are living in this world. It is only the can understood by the best quality of seekers and the masters and the enlightened persons. So the Kabir says, Tera mera manva kaise ek hoye re? How to your mind and my mind can be one? Because you are saying after reading the book, and I am saying after seeing my soul. You are a blind and I am a person who has the eyes. So nobody can imagine the life of the enlightened person, the Gyanis. The lifestyle of Gyani is very different. So it is very unfortunate thing that this world cannot understand the Gyanis, because the world is living in the senses. They only can understand the outer level of the religion. So the business in the name of religion disturbed by the Gyanis discourses. So the businessmen of the religion, they become the enemy of the Gyani, and they try to give harm to Gyani. So the Gyanis never gathered the crowd around them. The Gyanis only and only have few disciples, because they do not admire the false, they do not admire the lie, they do not admire the fake practices of religion. So often the religious person of the society, they become the enemy of the Gyanis. So in the previous time, the Gyanis was sheltered by the kings and the emperors. So nobody can give harm to Gyanis. But Raja Vidya has gone, the emperors become a blind also. So Gyanis become alone. So the many thousands years, this Jnana do not come publicly, because the Jnana become hidden Jnana. The Jnana become a secret. Now, I am telling with the courage of this Jnana, and God give me the power and strength to say this thing. If when the sun is rise, dark will go, as if you enlighten, if your Jnana is come in your soul will enlighten, and then your raga, dvesha, and your hate, your affection, your happiness and your sorrow, all success or unsuccess, all cannot disturb you. You will stand in the equilibrium, and the light of Jnana, the Brahma Prakasha, the light of Brahma Jyoti, that will be spread all over in your life, and you will live in the light. You will not live in the dark of the dreams. You will not live in the sleep. You will awake. You will awake. So, you will become a free soul. You will become a living God, and no foundation of the karmas will be bound you. And because the mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, antakaran, these are the place of karmas, and you are living out of these all. So you are a free soul from all the karmas, and never you bound by these karmas, and you will never die. You will become immortal. When you become immortal, you will never die. How do you take a next birth? You are become in the form of the God. You converted in the form of the God. So I want to say, if you want to free from this illusion of the Maya, please come near me, do the meditation, and be the vegetarian. Do the meditation. Awake your awareness by the meditation, and be a